Hello everyone, this is Leeway Model for a portable power station review. This is the Bluetti EB3A. It has a capacity of 268 watt-hour and is currently one of the market leaders in the 250 to 350 watt-hour range. It has a very good reputation. If you want to learn more about this, you can just do a quick search on YouTube and you're going to have dozens of videos that's going to talk about this one. Right now you can buy this at 299 Canadian dollar or 199 US dollars. But let's say this is too much. You want to spend less. So I recently presented this one. This is the LMENGER X3. It retails for around 259 Canadians, but if you shop around a bit, you can sometimes have a couple of dollars off that price, like I did. I've already made a video on this one, so if you want to access it, I'll put the link right there, or you can find it in the description if you don't see it. This power station, what's the capacity of it? It's actually more than this. This one is 299 watt-hour plain capacity. But what if this is still too much and you want to spend even less, but still retain basic functions and capacity around this sweet spot, and also the same battery chemistry, because both of these, they've got lithium iron phosphate batteries inside of them. Well, I think I found something. So let me take these off. I'll show you the box. So what I got originally was this box. Yeah, portable power station made in China. So, well, I wasn't sure about this because I never saw a more generic box than this. So I ended up opening up this box, and inside was something else, which was very reassuring, an actual brand. So this power station, I got it on eBay. The price for it was 199 Canadian dollars. So you can expect this to be probably in the 140, 150 US dollars if we do the correct exchange rate depending on when we are. So this one here, it claims it has lithium iron phosphate batteries. It also claims many things which we're gonna challenge. And where did I get this? I got this on eBay. So let me show you around the box to begin with. I don't know what's with those brand, but I'm sorry, I can't pronounce this. So I don't know if I should say LMENGER, LMENGER, but I'm gonna call it LMENGER. Okay, so this is the LMENGER X3 Pro series. The one I ordered is in the gray and green color, and it says it has a BMS with over temperature protection, over discharge protection, over. Basically, it's supposed to be safe. Okay, so that's it for this side of the box. Now on that side, it says that you can charge it 3 different ways, either by AC with, well, we're gonna see later, either with solar panel or on a 12-volt car outlet. So one thing worries me though. This is supposed to be lithium iron phosphate. It's not written anywhere. So a little confession here. I already opened this up because I was a bit worried that I got scammed. because if I'm looking at the actual ad that I have right here, it actually says lithium iron phosphate batteries directly on it. So I'm not making these up. So anyway, I opened this up, and I'm glad I did. So what did I find in there? First of all, there was this box here. So when I opened the box, oh, that's not good. I almost went through the box. Fortunately, this box was inside another box, so I would not have lost anything. But this is the accessory box. We're gonna take a look at it once we finish opening the rest of this. Then we have this white piece of foam, which is you know pretty thick, so whatever's inside is well protected. And then the power station itself is in this bag here. And there's the power station. So let's take a look at what the accessories are and why is there that big hole on the back here. So if I open this up, this is pretty standard. This is what you would expect. Believe it or not, some device you're going to buy on the market don't even have this inside. So what do we have? Well, we got an AC plug with what looks like a computer compatible plug on the other side. There's an actual NC name for these. I just don't remember what it is. So if you know what it is, please write it down in the comment, because it bugs me. I knew all those numbers by heart at some point. Now we also have a power brick here, made by the internationally known company Wina, whatever this is. It has an output of 96 watt. Okay, so this tells us something. The cable seems to be pretty thick. That's good. And also it has a barrel plug. Okay, let's put this on the side. We don't need that right now. And we also have a car cable, which is a nice touch, because so far I think I got two portable power stations that did not have this anymore, and it was a separate accessory. So LMENGER, thank you for that. And also we got an instruction manual, but this instruction manual actually made me even more worried. Okay, so why? Well, as it turns out, I do read these, especially when they're like 4 pages big. And well, what I saw in there had me worry even more. I saw this battery type lithium ion battery. Didn't mention anything, and that was it. So I thought myself, geez, these are not lithium iron phosphate, they're probably NMC batteries. So I took a look on the device itself, and I gotta tell you, I came that close of opening it up. But then I saw this underneath. So if you read on the second line where it says battery, it does say lithium ion battery and not lithium iron battery, because this is sometimes also how these LiFePO4 batteries are called. So at this point I thought I got scammed. So I wrote a nice email to the seller, who gave me a pretty long reply. So if I read you what's important in there, and I quote, "In regard to the battery type, our 326 watt-hour power station does indeed use a lithium iron phosphate battery, which falls under the category of lithium-ion battery." Okay. And then he started to talk about a whole bunch of the way the cells are installed and everything, so I'm going to spare you that. But I really thought that like what they sent me was pretty interesting. But then it got even more interesting because I told you this is the X3 model, the X3 series Pro model, but they actually have an X5 or a K5, which we're going to get into pretty soon, model. So they make the same model, but instead of having 326 watt-hour like this one, it has 577 watt-hour of NMC batteries. So batteries which are more energy dense, but that are less stable. So with time they tend to degrade faster by charging, discharging, discharging, etc. than the lithium iron phosphate batteries. So that being said, I just want to point out to this company that the technical information they sent me just made sense, and I guess it was a cost-cutting measures, because once you take a look at this here, you realize that that whole instruction manual actually works for both versions. So they just put the general type of battery in there, and yeah, that was just a cost-cutting measure. And you know, I can accept this explanation, and I'm happy they took the time to reply to me. Now, another thing that happened to me once I opened this up, if you look closely, you've got a plastic handle here. But unlike most of the plastic handle, this one has a very cushy green rubbery thing there. Well, that thing fell off. Turns out it had a problem with the glue. So he basically told me which type of glue to use, and yeah, that was good from them. So far, the support I got from them was very good, and they chipped a couple of dollars off because of that little defect there. So what about this? What about the construction of this? Let me just take the accessories on the side here, and let's take a close look. So first of all, what I want to show you, well, we spoke about this here already. This is a silicone piece right here, and I glued it back with its instruction inside of there. The handle is pretty sturdy, although plastic. It feels sturdy, it doesn't feel weak. The plastic itself, well, it is pretty sturdy also. I've had another power station, which you will see a second video of, because I'm almost done with my 2 months ownership review. I'm just waiting for a few accessories to come by mail, and then I'll be able to post the video about the other one. But it does not flex. I mean, all of that plastic is very sturdy. Like, a small note here, it does have a cap. Okay, so the front of it looks pretty good. If I look on the sides here, well, I have those vents. I have an identical vent on the other side, and if you look right behind these vents, there's a fan on both sides. The back, well, the back is pretty bare. It's just that like corrugated thing there. It does have pretty nice feet. Those are again made out of silicone, and yep, they have big feet. So that looks pretty nice. How does it work? Well, unlike a lot of power station that you've probably seen, the Bluetti EB3A being an example of that, this one actually has its own dedicated on-off button. If I press on any of the other button, nothing at all is gonna happen. You have many features on it. If I'm going from the top left right here and then going all the way here, first of all you got a flashlight with multiple mode. Then you've got here a USB-C 100 watt power delivery port right here, a regular USB-A, and then a USB 3.0 quick charge port right here. In the middle here, in the AC section, you've got a pure sine wave 550 watt power inverter. The power inverter that has a special feature in it, whereas it's going to play with voltage a bit if you have a resistive load, just to try to power devices which requires a bit more than 550 watt by lowering the voltage and increasing the amperage. I mean, they do some sort of wizardry with this, and somehow the resistive load, like a space heater or a kettle or something like that, is still going to be able to power on, although it's going to take more time to get up to heat. Here you have a regular cigarette lighter plug, like I said, that has a nice rubber / silicone cap on it. And finally you got the input that's right there. So if we want to turn it on, first of all we got to press on the on button. It opens this, and that little screen does turn on. Now, I just want to show you something I found out with this, is that if I turn the lights off, you can see that the screen backlight actually bleeds into the little flashlight right here, and also through some buttons. But I assure you, this is just the screen backlight. Also, if you take a look at it, well, unless you are absolutely centered and looking at it from this angle, you're always going to see the edge of the screen. It's not a big thing, but for some people it may bug them. So once the device is on like this, if you want to turn on a certain section of it, like if I want to turn on, I'm just gonna open this here. If I want to turn on the little flashlight here, I just press on the on/off button. It does have several modes. Has full on, strobe slow, strobe fast, and then full on. It has no SOS on this one, and if you want to turn it off, you gotta hold. Well, you gotta hold it. There you go. Okay, now that I'm half blind, let's go to the next section. Here in the USB ports, you've got all of those things here. Let me just show you an example of the first one here. So what I have right here is a USB-C wire. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put it in there. On the other end, I have a small power station that can charge with this. So let me just see. Can I charge with this? Well, obviously I need to turn on this section. So there you go. So once I turn this on, I can see the little USB icon appearing here, and also have the little light that appears over there. So as it turns out right now, does it want to charge? Yes, it does. So right now it's charging at around 40 watts. This is expected because the other portable power station is at 80%, and this is pretty much where the speed at which it would charge when it reached that level. One thing that's interesting here, you can't see it, but I'm gonna just bring this a bit forward so that it's easy for you to see. If you look under the percentage, it's gonna show you time. So it's cycled between something H and something minutes. So what this is, it's like 7 hours 30 minutes. See, 7:30, 7:30. So this is what it means. Okay, so let's say I want to add something else to this charge. So what I'm gonna take, you've seen it before. It is my old Wiko phone, which is very, very, very basic and also very old. This one just charged with a regular USB-A. So let me just turn this on. Then right now it's charging. And if I look at my power station, see right now it is charging. And my power station still is charging also. Ironically, because the portable power station is actually charged over 80%, it charged at a slower speed. Well, oh well. Okay, let's add some more to this. So what I'm gonna add right now is also what you've seen in other portable power station review, the Alcatel tablet. I actually found out that this tablet was made by TLC or TCL, the Chinese company that makes TVs that spies on you. Actually, I don't know if that's true, but these are just some random claims. Okay, so now I got both of those three devices charging. I have to say that my portable power station actually charged even a bit slower now. I guess I'll have to test this in the 2 months ownership that I'm gonna have with it before I make my final judgment and a follow-up video like I usually do. By the way, the follow-up video for the Vitoman is I've started to film it, but I'm still waiting for one of the accessories to arrive in the mail. Once it's ready, you know what, I'll just put it up there or in the description if you can't see it. Okay, so that's fine. The USB, we have to basically check to see. Oh, actually, let me just have the power station plug get back to see if no, that didn't change much. Okay. Okay. Now let me turn this off. Now the AC. The AC that you have there, you got two outlets on it. They're non-grounded outlets, as you've probably seen here. So let me just take something that has quite... well, I'll try to test the inverter as best as I can. So what I'll do, I'll take a space heater. Space heater time it is. Let me just plug this in. Turn it off. Okay, I activate this. So first, let me just turn it on with just the fan itself. Okay, so far no problem. Let me just turn on the low settings for the heat. $155 watts, no problem, keeps increasing. I noticed that this space heater works like that, it crawls itself up, but you see once it picks up speed, it does pick up speed in terms of power consumption anyway. Okay, it now generates heat. let me turn it up to high. Oh, okay, the fan just kicked in on the power station. Okay, well, you know what? There's actually a claim by the manufacturer that this thing is silent. I can confirm you that right now those fans are not silent. Oh, okay. That's it actually blows very cold air right now, so I guess it's more of a preventive measure once it goes over a certain amount of watts, because the air that it blows, see, it blows it from this side. It's pretty cold. Okay, so I'm gonna let this run. There's something I have not tested with the USBs. Here I got my work phone. It's supposed to have a wireless charging on top. So let me turn on USB again while this thing keeps and we're gonna see. There you go, it can charge. Yeah, so that works. Okay, let's just add more on this AC. Okay, that was me who hit the AC button. Oof, that is loud. One of the things I noticed here is that the fan seems to be controlled entirely by the amount of output it has, because if I just turn this to medium instead of high, see, the fans change instantly as soon as it goes under maybe 350. Okay, that's enough of that. Oh, silence. So finally, we're gonna test a cigarette outlet by just charging another power station. So there you go. Yep, that works. Yep, for about 100 watt, which is what the regular car cigarette outlets normally provide, so that's fine. So that's pretty much it for all the outputs it has. What kind of inputs does it have, you may ask? Well, if you want to charge AC, that's how you're going to do it. I know a lot of power station now, they have their own built-in brick, so you don't necessarily need to bring this. Well, this one, at this price point, it does have one. mean, it's not a big concern because let's face it, if you are to, if you are to bring this, just having this on the side, it never really bothered me, but I know for some people it's a deal breaker. So let me just put this right here. Okay, and actually I'm gonna take the same power station again, try to charge it with it. Now on the box it said that it should charge around 100 watt. Just gonna take this here. So there you go, the X3 just lighted up, and from what I see right now, it does say 95 watts of input pretty consistently, while the output on the EB3A right now says 103, but there probably is some waste due to the conversion here, so that's understandable. And what they are claiming this is that it charges at 96 watts. So give or take, that's pretty much what was said. Now, if I use the 12 volt cable, it says that it should only charge at 90 watts. So let's try this out. Okay, that's pretty long cables you have right here. So if I try to show you, that's a generous size of cable. The cables in this, they're pretty good compared to others I've seen. So let me just unplug this, plug this here, unplug this, turn this off, and turn this section on instead. Okay, so you do have an LED here telling you that there is power. Right now it's just charging at 77 watts. And that's kind of strange because this device here, the EB3A, says that it currently draws 70 watts. So who's lying? I don't know, but somebody clearly is. Okay, so the 90 watts does not seem to completely be there, but you know, it's not that far off, I guess. It's about it's about 15% below the advertised charging rate. But let's face it, if you're in a car and you've got this in your car, you're probably going to be on the road for a while, so it's not going to change much in the end. Now I can't test the solar panel with me because I don't have solar panel. However, what I do have is a power supply that should be able to simulate solar panel if you want. And there it is. It's a power supply by Bluetti. However, I showed you this, and one of the things I realized is that this is the cable that came with the X3. This is the cable that I had to buy separately with the EB3A. If you take a close look right here, the pin in the center on the EB3A is too small. So if I try to take the X3 cable, put it there, it won't work. And if I try to put the EB3A cable, I put it there, it works. I plug it there, and nada. Actually, if I turn it on, it's gonna be even better. Okay, now I turned it on and still nothing. So you cannot swap those cables. So I mean, these are pretty standard. You're gonna find them also with jackeries, the one that Bluetti uses. Those I can't say that they're not common, I just never happened to come across these, so don't lose your cables with this one here. Okay, so if I put them side by side, the market leader versus our economy options today. Now the X3 LMENGER has an edge on total capacity. This one has a claimed capacity, it was 326 watt hours, while that one here has 268 watt hours. Another thing that we can see is that this one is slightly taller. Both have a wireless output on top. The output on the Bluetti is rated at 15 watts. This one says 18 watts. I mean, this is pretty close, but you could have a little edge on this side here. And also, we can see that you've got pretty much the same amount of outputs on both. You've got two ACs, you've got two USBs and one USB-C, like two USBs, regular USB, and one USB-Cs. Even the lights, they're quite similar. Yeah, I gotta turn it on. There you go. So there's not a real big change here. But the big change that I've noted between the two, the Bluetti can charge a lot faster. I don't remember the exact numbers, but if I recall correctly, it's at least twice the speed as this one. So let's wrap this up. What do I think about the LMENGER X3 Pro? Well, for me, this seems to be a very solid budget unit. If you look on their website, what you're gonna find you got the X series and the K series. The only notable difference that I was able to find between the two, on paper anyway, is that, well, this one's green. I'm talking about like the print stuff, and also little grill on the side here. Like this one's green, and the K series seems to be orange. Now I have no idea why they would, in any case, you know, put an orange power station. I mean, I have no idea where they would get that idea from. Wait, what's that? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I didn't want to have it orange because orange are jackeries. I thought the green one looked pretty good, so that's why I ordered this one. The handle is solid, the unit is solid, and so far customer support seems to be solid with the exchange I had with them. So I had never heard about this company before, but so far things are looking good. One thing I like about the interface right here, if I turn the unit on, each time I select one area, it is written both on the screen. If you can see it right now, I've turned pretty much all of them on, right? Okay. It's written both on the screen, and also if I turn on the light, actually if I turn off the lights, well, you've got little buttons here that lights up, which was one of my concerns with one of the other power stations. So if you're in a dim situation, maybe you won't be able to see or locate the buttons, but with this one you can see where they are. Also, I don't know if it's an advantage or not yet, but that back screen light bleed that you see all around the screen here, that also bleeds a bit in the buttons. I mean, is it gonna help? Actually, if I turn off another light, Yeah, I guess it can help to locate the buttons, although there's very little difference with the DC buttons, but the other one there's a bigger difference. So I mean, I think this is good. Maybe just a minor thing here. Beside this, I mean, I'm looking forward to test this one out in daily use, like I did with all the other power station, and give you a follow-up on it. So, on that note, this was Leeway Model. I hope everyone have a very good day, and I'll see you in the next video.